Hi, I'm Kyle Kirby. This is my Clips and Tax final assignment, video 2. First, we'll go into the business logic behind the approval needed decision. Um, First, we determine the final order amount, which I've shown in a previous submission, so I won't go into detail there. Based on this final order amount, we compare it to the thresholds of the approval, whether or not it needs approval. Uh, if the final order amount's over 3,000 and the customer's gold, approval needed is true. Below that, it's false, or equal to or below 3,000, it's false. The same follows for silver and regular at their $500 and $1,500 thresholds. Um, Based on these two conditions, approval needed is set to either true or false. If approval needed is set to false, the token will follow this path to end process for an automatic approval. If approval needed is true, it follows this path down to review order. Now we'll move into the users. They're defined. Okay, first we'll look at Vicky Clausen. She is a customer service representative in the Athens office. Within the customer service area, her boss is Todd Bostrom, and she is an order processor. Now, if we look at Todd, he is an order manager in the Athens office. He is in the order processing area as well. His boss is Bob Bostrom, and Todd is a manager, an order processor, and an order approver. Now let's take a look and see how these people are integrated into the tasks. When the user first logs in, the user ID equals case creator and the role equals order processor. We don't want Nancy Bostrom to be able to come in and create orders. We want only people with order processing clearance to be able to do so. And once it's verified that they're an order processor, the user ID for these next few tasks all equal current assignee, just to make sure it sticks with the person who started it, all the way down to display order. However, if the order needs approval, we want it to be sent to the boss of the person who started. So current assignee boss sends it to Todd Bostrom in this case. Another important thing is cancel order is also equal to current assignee. So if Vicky were to pass off the order to Todd, we don't want her to be able to have any control over it. We don't want her to be able to cancel it because she's already given up control to that order. Now we'll figure out how to compute the automatic approval rate KPI. Here we have stopwatches and counters tracking the performance metrics that we want to track. And just for the best data, I'm going to set this to only view cases that have been closed today because these are the most correct ones. As we can see, auto approval path is working very well, 95% on time, 100% within less than a day. Reviewed approved is struggling a little more. Only 94% are getting done in less than a day, and 25% of them are overdue. reviewed and rejected are struggling even more. 82% within 1 day and 64% overdue. But these numbers are all trending in the right direction. So with more test cases in practice, they should be closer to where we want to see them. So those were stopwatches. That was dealing with time it takes to get through the process. These are counters, just summing the number of times that an order is automatically approved, canceled, reviewed and approved, or reviewed and rejected. Um, Unfortunately, within Bisagie, we can't take canceled out of these percentages. So if we want our automatic approval KPI, um, Bisagie lets you download it to Excel, but Excel isn't enabled in this server. So I just create a simple little file that has the same information we see here, but to calculate automatic approval rate, it is the number of automatic approvals over the sum of the automatic approvals, those that are reviewed and approved, and those that are reviewed and rejected. Right now it's at 74%. We want it to be at 90. If Clips and Tax wanted to be higher, they could simply raise the approval needed threshold. And finally, we'll look at dimensions and see how those can allow us to use process analytics to view subsets of our data. Again, I'm going to change the date to those only created and closed out today. As we can see, we have 97 cases, 92 of which are on time. And if we just want to see the approval needed cases, we'll apply the approval needed dimension, click true, and this gives us 29 cases. If we want to see those that do not need approval, that are automatically approved, we go to approval needed and click false for 65 cases. This concludes my second Clips and Tax final video. Thank you.